Good day, folks. Welcome to the third edition of Lamont's Locker Room. Lamont's Locker Room is being brought to you live and in picture by yours truly, G.com the Gov. First topic of the day, Super Bowl Sunday is coming up this Sunday. We got the Ravens versus the 49ers. Mr. Ray Lewis and his defense versus Colin Kaepernick, the second-year player, and the 49ers. Should be a very intriguing game. As I gave you last week, I'm giving you my prediction again this week, 31-17 in favor of Mr. Ray Lewis and the Ravens. Speaking of Mr. Ray Lewis, earlier this week he was cited for possibly using a known substance known as a steroid when he had a tore his tricep, his right tricep. Deer antler spray to recover. Now that story has not yet got any feet to it. Matter of fact, the guy who reported it was a social media guy who also knew Gary Anderson. Gary Anderson was the first person who brought HGH on the surface in sports. So, you know, as the story continues to unfold, I will keep you guys updated. Next subject, the NBA trade deadline is fastly approaching, February the 21st. Last week we already had one 3-team trade that took place. Rudy Gay, former All-Star, has been moved from the Memphis Grizzlies to the Toronto Raptors. Yes, you heard it here first, folks. The Memphis Grizzlies gave up their centerpiece of their franchise, Mr. Rudy Gay, to the Toronto Raptors for a first-round pick and Mr. Jose Calderon. I don't know who got the best deal of this trade, but it sounds like Memphis might have took for a ride. I keep you guys updated as more trades unfold. The latest trade update right now is Mr. Josh Smith possibly getting shipped out of Atlanta. For the last 2 years, he's requested a trade from the Hawks, and right now he doesn't really care where he goes. He doesn't want to be with the Hawks any longer. So the latest rumor has him possibly joining Mr. Brook Lopez and the Phoenix Suns out there in Phoenix. Don't know how he'll like the weather out there. Me being residing from Atlanta for some time, think he's going to miss the Atlanta scenery and that sort of thing. But we'll see as that story unfolds. I'll keep you updated. The next topic, Mr. Rajon Rondo, folks. Mr. Rajon Rondo and the Boston Celtics. Centerpiece. Tore his ACL. Well, the good news is the ACL tear wasn't as bad as originally predicted. The recovery time usually takes about 8 to 12 months to recover. His timeline is looking between 6 and 8 months. So we'll see. He should be ready for training camp next season because the league's going to miss him. So it's going to be very different. Right now, the Boston Celtics sit at the 8th seed in the East. Like I said, the trade deadline is approaching. So last year, this time, they acquired Mr. Courtland Lee from the Orlando Magic. So who knows? Danny Ainge always has a trick up his sleeves this time of year. Hopefully, he can get a piece or two in there to keep the Boston Celtics season afloat. We'll see. I don't see the centerpieces of Paul Pierce or Kevin Garnett moving anytime soon. So we'll see. We'll see how that situation goes. Tiger Woods won his 42nd tournament this past week. Also, in a late breaking news with Mr. Tiger Woods, he will be asking his ex-wife to remarry him. Because he's back to his winning ways. Why not? When you win, money comes. Hey, you know how it goes, folks. The basketball, let's talk about college basketball while my mind's on it. The Florida Gators continue to improve and impress, beating the South Carolina Gamecocks earlier this week to the tune of 49 points. At one point in time in the game, it was 60-15. I don't know what happened. The point spread in the game was 14.5 points. Let me beat a team by that many points. There was an issue with a breakdown or something. The only thing I do know, folks, watch those Florida Gators. It's already been said that that team is more talented than they were in 2007 when they won the championship with Mr. Joakim Noah, Al Horford, David Lee, Torian Green, Corey Brewer, Lee Humphrey, Steve Kerr's son, and others. But this team is very talented from top to bottom. Patrick Young being from right here in Jacksonville, Florida, and a host of others. Mr. Kenny Boynton's obviously up for the Naismith Player of the Year award. Right now, top to bottom, Billy Donovan has put together a very good program. And right now, I don't really know who can beat the Florida Gators other than the Florida Gators. If they don't beat themselves, I don't see them losing, folks. You heard it here first. Yep, got those Gators winning the championship this year. You heard it here first. So look out for that. Stay posted. The Gators are now 8-0 in SEC play again. Like I told you last week, last time they started off undefeated in the SEC, they went ahead and got the #1 overall seed in the 2007 tournament and ultimately won the championship. I do see the same thing taking place this year. I don't have them stumbling too much. They got 3 tested games left. 1 game on the road against the Missouri, 2 games against Kentucky, 1 at home, and obviously 1 in Kentucky. So it should be very interesting. Don't see us having a problem, especially when we're beating teams by an average of 28.5 points. That's a wide margin, so I don't really see us slipping, barring any type of catastrophic injury. I think we'll be fine. So the tournament starts in March. I'm looking forward to it. It should be very interesting. Lately, as I reported last week, the #1 team Duke fell to Miami. So we have new #1 this week, and it's the Michigan Wolverines. They started off very good. They got 1 loss, but at this point in time, it's anybody's tournament. Anybody can win it, so it's going to be very intriguing. Stay tuned, folks. Other than that, that's all I have for you this week on the 3rd edition of Lamont's Locker Room. I look forward to seeing you next time.